Okay guys, we're here to compile a tier list of retro games. I think it's going to be interesting, so let's get started. No Matt here, haha.
Oh my god, I remember spending hours playing some of these games back in the day. It's not going to be easy.
I have to admit that I wasn't a big fan of games back then, but I'm willing to give my 2 cents.
Okay, let's start with the classics. Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda were groundbreaking games that defined their genres. But let's be realistic, Mario was the king of platformers.
Yeah, I mean, who could forget those catchy tunes, and that satisfying feeling of jumping on Goombas' heads?
If I want to insert Maiden, I will. It's just a fucking great game. I put it on tier S.
What do you guys think of Tetris?
Good game.
Tetris was the real king of the 80s. There's a reason it's one of the best-selling games of all time.
That's a fair point, but let's not forget Sonic the Hedgehog. He was Sega's answer to Mario, and had a huge impact on the gaming industry.
What about Final Fantasy VI? That game was a masterpiece of storytelling and character development.
I was never into those RPGs. But Mega Man 2 was a classic. The music alone was enough to get me pumped up. But still, we can't put all the games in tier S.
I agree, it's fucking frustrating as hell, pardon the mate. Alright, let's move on to the 90s. Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Super Metroid were both amazing examples of the Metroidvania genre.
And Street Fighter II revolutionized the fighting game genre. Who could forget those epic battles between Ryu and Ken?
I wish I could play that game again, Joe, and punch you in the face. That would be great.
Are you at it again, Trump? You always have itchy fists.
Let's do this some other time, dudes. Today we are making a tier list.
Okay.
So I put these games in tier list S. Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, Tetris. There are objections.
No.
Nope.
But Chrono Trigger was another classic RPG that stood the test of time. The time-traveling story was so unique and memorable.
And of course, we can't forget about the first-person shooters. GoldenEye 007 and Doom both paved the way for the FPS genre.
More blood. More. And I had a ha. More. Doom, my favorite. How I adore you. Come to Papa.
It looks like it's time for the old one to take his pills.
I'm fine. No pills will help me.
Okay, let's move on.
And let's not forget about SimCity. That game was so addictive, trying to build the perfect city and balance everything.
Nothing is perfect, but there is no doubt that this game is fun to spend time in. And for the 90s, let's go with S tier for games like GoldenEye 007, Doom, and Super Metroid, A tier for games like Street Fighter II and Chrono Trigger.
The Obama, don't forget to add the old games, A tier for Sonic the Hedgehog and Final Fantasy VI.
Trump, what do you say?
I think you've already decided everything for me. All that's left to do is to give you a medal for your opinion that no one wants.
You ungrateful bitch, we're trying to choose here, and you sit on the sidelines.
I mean, Joe, I've helped you pick out games before. But you did not ask me, but chose the games yourself, and this angered me. Prince of Persia was also a classic. The platforming and sword-fighting mechanics were so satisfying.
I'll give it a plus. And what about Mortal Kombat and its controversial violence and gore? It definitely left a lasting impact on the gaming industry.
Oh, it's a game made for me.
Thug, you sadistic cocksucker.
I would like to object, but yes, I am. Atahaha. What do you think of Dragon Quest IV? Chapters of the Chosen, a classic JRPG that was a fan favorite.
Good game, fans appreciated it, so I think it's time to go to tier 3. B tier for games like Mega Man 2 and Castlevania, Symphony of the Night.
And B tier for games like SimCity and Prince of Persia. And for the rest, let's go with C tier.
Wait, don't rush, we haven't discussed everything yet.
I think Mortal Kombat should be an A tier. It was so controversial and pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable in video games.
Why not S?
Because you fucking want too much. Star Wars X-Wing was one of the best Star Wars games ever made. The dogfights and space battles were so exciting.
I have not played this game, but I watched Star Wars. I liked it a lot. Who could forget Monkey Island 2? LeChuck's Revenge? Humor and witty dialogue made it a classic adventure game.
Yes, a fun game. And Civilization allowed us to conquer the world in a strategy game that still holds up today.
I would play one game and win all the victories at once: general, cultural, scientific, military, and diplomatic.
You're a big liar, Trump. It's not possible to win all the victories at once.
I was kidding, idiot. And the Oregon Trail told us about pioneer struggles in an engaging and educational way.
And finally, System Shock, a groundbreaking game that influenced many other games in the FPS and RPG genres. Phew, I'm tired. Now we have to put the games in their places.
System Shock tier S.
B level for Mega Man 2, Castlevania. Symphony of the Night, SimCity, Prince of Persia, Star Wars, X-Wing, Monkey Island 2, Lichik's Revenge, Civilization in the Oregon Trail.
Biden, you fell asleep again.
Oh, no, I just closed my eyes a little bit to rest 'em.
Let's recap. I think it's a fair assessment. These games brought us so much joy and nostalgia, and they're still relevant today. We're all good. It's time to drink a beer to that.